MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's New York taking on Houston. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Here's Mike Trout. Out to short. Marte fires across the diamond. One out in the top of the first. Anthony Santander at the plate. Pulls that one foul. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses there. 1-1. On a line, base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Pulls it down, and there are two away. Brian Reynolds here. First pitch misses. Santander off of first with two away. And another ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Number 36 swings through it for strike one. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. Back here with my pal Singy. Our starter in this one, Hunter Brown.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Kyle Schwarber up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. That's in. Ball 2.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. Schwarber out of the play. So 2 down now. And here is Anthony Santander. Swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field. That's back. Adios. Pelota. And this game is tied. It's 1-1. Curtis Granderson, the next to hit.
Now
Cody Funderburk gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And a foul ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Swung out, belted. Deep. That one went back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 2-1. So digging in, Christian Moore. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second. In there safely.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Ketel Marte stands in now, looks at that one inside. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reynolds pulls that one down, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. This is Corbin Carroll. On a line. That's down. One hops off the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it.
Hit on the ground to short. Marte tosses across the first. One out in the second.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Matt Chapman in the box lays off for ball one. Out to short. Marte. The tag at third, and he's out.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Swung on, belted. Trout on his horse. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Gets under and pops it up. Moore, a long run for this one. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. This to center field. Trout makes his way towards it, and that's the third out. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
For Houston, the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Now pitching.
New pitcher now, Jose Leclerc.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Ian Happ in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Travis d'Arnaud digs in. First pitch, and he just misses. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And that misses. 2-1. On a line out towards center. Trout makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Felix Bautista.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players.
Chapman. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Well, one-run game. Anthony Santander now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Just missed. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first and one away in the top of the third. So now it's Freddie Freeman.
A couple of pitches and a quick out.
He's 0 for 1. On the ground. Paredes fires over to first. Now only 1 out remaining.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And that one misses up and in. Now 2-0.
Now you get to this part of the order.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Now he'll turn for second. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Pretty good changeup on the outside corner, but he did exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. See it deep and keep your hands inside it to drive it the other way.
Alvarez.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Coming around third is Reynolds. He'll score, and they've tied it. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, number 71.
Play.
Ball one
Inside,
there.
ball one.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. Bottom of the inning, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit
The
here.
left fielder, Kyle.
One swing's a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Bobby Milner.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up.
That's
I
inside.
think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Clips the corner, and the count 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Trout sizing this one up. And there's one down. Anthony Santander will hit next. He's already homered here in this one.
Santander.
An intentional walk here. Interesting choice with the bases empty and 1 away.
Now
One down, runner at first.
Curtis.
And now the right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Granderson.
He's already homered in this game. That's too
Ball
low.
one.
And that is ball
1-0.
one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next
Ball
offering
two.
is downstairs.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And there's 2 away. So up next,
Now
Christian
batting, the
Moore
second baseman,
doubled his
Christian
first time.
Moore. Now pitching.
Joe Kelly coming in.
Joe.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just
That's
breaks
inside.
a ton.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is now in scoring position, 2 away. Big at bat coming up for Ketel Marte. Fly to left his first time. And that's
Outside, that's a
outside.
ball.
And that's ball 1. Just
Inside
off the
ball.
inside edge. Just
ball 3.
missed.
3-0.
He walked
four,
in,
take the base.
and that will keep things going. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Now pitching.
Yohan Duran on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of
0-1's
this.
the count.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Good eye right there. Struck him out looking. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. Start of the fourth, and the batter now, Kyle Higashioka.
Kyle Higashioka. Now pitching. Rooster.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And yes, he did. He went around. Man at second. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-2 now.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Misses off the inside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lined, and that's a base hit. Carroll headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead.
Raleigh gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
Marte, off balance speed. There's one, and that's all they'll get. So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Little chopper rolls foul. Up the middle, Moore. Feed to second, that's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. 0-2 in this one.
Trout.
And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. That one the other way. Moore. Third out.
He's out.
Ready to go, bottom 4. And now, Ian Happ. Tim Herron taking over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So the tying run at second. That one down the line. Chapman over to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting.
So here's Darnell with 1 out. 0 for 1 so far.
Now pitching.
Luis Garcia gets the call from the pen.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Smoked into left field, base hit. Hung up in a rundown now.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Here's Trout in the air to left center. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. To the plate. Save. And we are tied. And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on now. Jesus Luzardo. This one in the air. Chapman brings it in, and the inning is over. And now the DH, Anthony Santander. Grotterol back to work.
Ball, that's
and that one is inside ball 1.
Ball, that's in.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Man at second. Inside. And the count is full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Ripped to right. And there's one down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Stepping in, Freddie Freeman. Fought off foul. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in extra innings. And a slider misses down and away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Ryan Reynolds digs in now. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one.
Ball one.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
Good late
ball,
sink on that
strikes.
fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Here comes Trout flying around third. He'll score. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Picks himself up an RBI. A
The
well-deserved
bat, the
double on a
second
great
baseman,
swing. Got
Blake
everything going on
Dunley.
time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And now it's going to be number 71. Slap the other way, foul. Man on second, 2 down. The other way, Paredes. Whips it to first. That ends the inning.
Now running at second base, number 14, Adam.
And
Cue
welcome back to the
ball.
ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth.
For Houston,
So the
first
leadoff
baseman,
guy being
Anthony
intentionally walked to get to the slugger. Okay. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Curtis Granderson. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Nobody out. Both the tying and winning runs on base. And the home team trying to pull it out.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Just
Nope, that's off the
missed.
plate. Ball 2.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
2-2 the count.
Swing, and he breaks his back. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Outfield playing Vic. Clark Schmidt into the game.
Clark.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
In the air out to center. Trout on his horse. Can't get there. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with 1 away. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Golden opportunity right here. Ball
Off the
one
plate,
and a
ball
pitch
one.
inside. Big spot. Tying and winning runs aboard with 1 down. And here in extra innings. Close,
Fastball
but
two.
called a ball. And it's 2-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. The winning run on second base. That's ripped into the outfield. Squeezes it. So they're down to their final out. Isaac Paredes, the next to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. On the ground to the left, and it's just foul. That was close. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.